Hi guys, welcome back to the Kapodashko Tank Speed and Passion channel. Today we're gonna continue our brand new chapter and we'll discuss the way it is best to use and play Soviet Tier 10 tank Object 705A. So we are gonna discuss how to play this tank in this video, and I'm gonna explain you the tactical technical characteristics of a tank, and as well I'll give you an example of a battle which is from my point of view was a good way of playing on it, and you will see how easily you can manage this tank to lead your team to the win if you are using this tank and his characteristic properly. First of all, I would like to declare that many statists in the world of tank community doesn't like this tank, and they even probably hate it because those are kind of people oriented on plenty of damage and realization of many effective shoots and so on. So why they don't like it? So we can start from a firepower discussion here. So this tank is having like 152 caliber gun, which is causing for the single shot 650 hit points of the damage. It's not having the impressive time of a gun reloading. So you can see I have decreased it by gun rammer. We have also installed on that tank improved ventilation and then browsers and arms. So in total you can see I've saved almost 2 seconds of a time to load it. So you can imagine how long it's gonna load. It's around like 16 to 17 seconds to load one shot. So of course this is not gonna be a beast of a damage. And I can tell you that the average DPM comparing to his tier mates like American E5 for example having 2700 DPM per minute. So Super Conqueror having like 2800 for example. Even the Poland tier 10 60 TP having 2300 damage per minute. I'm not talking about like medium tanks of a tier tank, for example Object 140 having around like 3k. So you are definitely will not be able one-to-one in open field to win the competition, assuming that you are gonna be surrounded by more faster and more maneuverable tank than yours. So another one point about the gun is like dispersion is terrible, is like 0.4400 meters, so it's really inaccurate gun, and whenever it's gonna be possible to miss the target, believe me, the wargaming random is gonna be applied and you will miss the target. So never ever try to shoot without full targeting. Stabilization of that gun is not impressive. The aiming time is also not impressive, and you can see even I've decreased it by the improved ventilation and brothers and arm. It's still more than 2.5 seconds to completely aim your target. The shell speed is velocity, you know, is like not really impressive. It's 900 meters per second, so you should be really well aware about it. And when you are looking some EBR moving on the Malinovka central of a map, then make sure you make probably like 3 times more space for the ammo to reach the target, and target somewhere in front of moving tank. So another one reason why statist doesn't like this tank is because of his mobility. It's like having like 1500 horsepower engine, but it's not really enough for this heavy tank, which is almost 100 tons, and the traverse speed is terrible. So you have to think twice before you move to the mood, because you are almost like a mouse there. The top speed is a 40 and reverse speed is like 15. Well, nothing, you know, incredible for such a heavy tank. So that's why Statist doesn't like it, because it's slow, it's hard to traverse, it's inaccurate gun, not enough DPM, inaccurate gun and a slow shells speed. But I'm an exception from a rule, and well, probably I'm not a statist. Simply, I'm the guy who likes the tanks with the armor, and this is something that you can actually use and benefit from on that tank. So, what about the armor? We have for our top part of our hull, we have a armoring equal to 175 millimeters. Well, not impressive, and of course, if you open your bottom plate of a hull, you will be penetrated there. The top one is also can be penetrated by the people who are shooting the gold ammo, or the one who is gonna be in clinch with you, and their depression will be impressive one, decreasing in angle. But for majority of tier 10, tier 9, tier 8 people, your top panel is not going to be an easy area to penetrate. Your turret is something you can proud about. This is like 330 and almost no commander towers over here on the turret, so that means you are almost you know, unoffendable when you hide your front side and the bottom part of your hull. So let's see the armoring model of that tank, so then you have a better idea what is it. So let's see, what do we have here? So who are the most dangerous opponents? So I would say the tier 10 people playing like as average like caliber 130 and the penetration, for example, 260, for example, right? So what do we have if we will shooting the armor piercing ammo, the standard one? So what do we have here? The bottom part you see is penetratable, but it depends from an angle. You know, if you put your backside of a tank on some wall or something behind you and turn a little bit up, and decreasing the angle will make harder for people to penetrate you here. Of course, if you very open, then you're gonna be an easy target for your opponents in front of you. The top panel is penetratable, but you see the probability of that penetration is a 40, 45, 46, whatever. So it's gonna be lottery. You are not expected to be, you know, offendable, but it's gonna penetrate you. Some people are believe you can play backfire romb on that tank, but this is a mistake. Well, we just having like 100 millimeters on our side, so we have a false side here, same like is 7, so it's can be some area that people may fail to penetrate you, but here through the tracks and behind the tracks, this is the area where you easily penetratable. So if you will use your, you know, some object like building or handguard to hide your front side of a hull and show them only the side of it with playing like backfire romb, keep in mind you will be penetrated here more or less regularly. So you can see, and what is even terrible, you will be placed on the track and then will be killed at all. So don't believe you can do it. So it's better to find a position when you can hide your bottom side of a front part of a hull and use it in order to hide it. What about the turret? Well, no chances to penetrate. Via the gun you will be not able to, so you will cause some critical damage, but you will not be able to penetrate. Who can penetrate your turret at all, if there are anyone? So for example, we have American TD E3 with I would say best gun in the game, and assuming it's 155 caliber, and their penetration with high explosive anti-tank ammo the gold one is gonna be 375 millimeters. So what do we have here? So of course the top panel is gonna be easily penetratable for them, because this is like crazy strength of a gun. What about the turret? Is it everything gonna be so easy? No guys, not everything. And you can see here that the armor is still good enough, and the areas where you will be more or less stable penetrated by top gun in the game like E3, it's like bottom part of your turret here. It's gonna be most penetratable. So you see, because it's like most, you know, pre-action which is gonna be reached under the proper angle from a person who is trying to penetrate. Otherwise, it's not gonna be penetratable. Therefore, we are making the conclusion: even the gun characteristics and the way and how frequently you can shoot is not impressive, but the armor is something which can be used pretty efficiently. And I would say for the beginner, this tank is gonna be good enough choice, because it can forgive some mistakes thanks to the armor it has. Now guys, I'm gonna show you the example battle where you will see how properly play this tank. If you follow those recommendations, that the win rate on that tank for you will be something you will be proud about. So this battle is gonna be Himmelsdorf, where I was lucky to be shuffled to. Of course, the city maps for this tank is like paradise places to play to game and the gaming. So well, I'm gonna show you how you can use efficiently the armor and the firepower of a tank. So of course, as many others playing like TDs or heavy tanks with a good armor, I'm moving to the banana of a map in order to demonstrate, you know, my skills over here, hiding my hull and causing some damage and receiving some blocked damage. So I have to tell you that when I recorded this battle, I was trying to complete the mission HT-15 for the object 260. So you see, very first shot, and I have 731 hit points blocked, but I was lucky to penetrate VZ 11 GFT, and I will try to do again. You see, I'm loaded this time high explosive value ammo, right? Because it's also, you know, good tactic to shoot it, because my opponents are also hiding, and yeah, with the high explosive I'm causing like 850 of damage per shot if it penetrates your target. So seeing that I'm well supported by two T95, and I can see that my opponent on the 60 TP is actually not in a brilliant position for him, I decided to push a little and earn some more damage. You see, he is shooting high explosive into me just to generate some damage, and you see that his last shot was just 85 hit points of damage, and that's because I set up additional equipment, and I set like super heavy spell leaner, because I know when the people are unable to penetrate, they switch to the high explosive, and this is a good tactics, which is also saved me from artillery. So looking on the map, I do believe it's a good idea to push here, because there are two TDs behind the one shot 660 TP. So I'm making a shot, and this is another example of inaccurate gun. I did a good targeting, but unfortunately did not penetrate. Did not hit the right position. And thanks to gunner window of that tank, you can always hit it even with the regular armor piercing ammo. So this guy is over, and I decided to let my teammates on T95 to do some damage, and also to inspire the Object 268 to shoot, which was working well, and I caused another one shot with the penetration. So I decided to move here the back part of Object 268. Watching that there is a rhinoceronte behind me, which is not nice, so he is actually loaded. So I decided, well, I have to get back a little and move further deeper to the defensive position of my opponents. And once I move it here, like brave one alti guy who are actually overestimated his abilities, you know, fighting with a tank like me and my alpha. So I have already 4k of damage. You see, for my mission I need 14,000 of a blockade received and caused damage. And I'm playing this tank together with Object 279 to complete this mission. But this video is actually about how to use this tank properly. So, and I decided to hurry up to not miss the damage, at least, because there is not too many tanks who still can unload the shots and cause some ricochets from me. So that's why I'm moving. There still should be somewhere artillery, and I can see here the Yak Tiger. And here we are. This is my pie and a gift for a good battle. So you see, even with Yak Tiger, it's not able to penetrate me. I'm trying to hit his armor rack, but no luck. And it is already almost 6k of damage. And of course, with the fast and you know, quick players, there is no chances for me to cause more damage. So you can see how many ricochets I've received, so 3,000 almost, and caused plenty of damage. So let's see, guys, what do we have here in respect this tank, and what do we have the result of that battle. So actually I'm being awarded by the high caliber medal, because I've caused more than the other of a damage, and it was like 20%. So you can see I've been rewarded by more or less good compensation, assuming my tank was not damaged very. So what do we have here? I've caused 5,700 hit points of a damage for kills for me. And I also actually having so what is it? So yeah, 3,350 blocked shots. So accuracy is, I did 11 shots and I penetrated 9 times, so not something impressive, but you have to use to this gun. So to summarize this video and actually to conclude how to play this Object 705A modification. So once again, keep in mind you're very well armored. If there is a position from where you can hide your bottom plate and probably front plate and just show your turret, it's gonna be positioned from where you can actually cause plenty of damage and receive plenty of ricochets. So this tank is brilliant for such missions if you are playing the campaign. Keep in mind, this is not a tank that you can go in open field alone, because you're very slow, your reloading is pretty long, and the DPM is not impressive. So even like with a medium tank of a tier 10, you will have problems, unless the player is not really poorly skilled. So that is important to remember. In terms of ammo, I do believe it's the most optimal to play armor piercing ammo because it's actually equipped with a gold ammo based on the high explosive anti-tank shells. And many players who does not really having the clue of a difference is trying to shoot like via the trucks, and the trucks actually blocking the impact of this shells. And 152 caliber gun and 258 millimeters penetration more than enough. Also, my recommendation: keep inside your tank plenty of regular high explosive ammo because it has like 90 millimeters penetration and causing 850 hit points. So if you know that you're gonna face some soft enemy like light tank or some German TDs like Grill or VT for example, just use a high explosive to cause the maximum damage. And I do believe this tank is gonna be good choice for those who are learning how to play because this tank can forgive you many things and let you damage plenty of hit points in the game. So if you like this video, guys, I would appreciate your feedbacks, your comments, your likes, and of course please follow up the links after this video and subscribe on my channel. So more subscription, more likes, you will inspire me to share more and more videos with you how to play different tanks. So good luck guys on your battlefield, and we'll see you soon on my channel.